All right, here are some red flags you want to look out for during the talking stage. Number one, they're not.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So, in today's video, we'll be talking about this crucial topic: red flags in the talking stage with a man. This stage can be exciting but also a bit tricky. It's that period where you're getting to know each other and deciding if this is someone you want to pursue a deeper connection with. But sometimes there are warning signs that we tend to overlook because we are caught up in the moment. So let's talk about those red flags so that you can protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. So you guys have put the videos together so that you watch and learn. I'll be back to share my choosings, what I think about today's video.
All right, here are some red flags you want to look out for during the talking stage. Number one, they're not moving things forward. They're quite happy messaging, but there's no intention to arrange real dates. Number two, they're inconsistent. They can disappear for days without explanation, or their effort just isn't matching yours. And finally, number three, they don't know what they want. If they tell you they're not looking for anything serious, don't try and change their mind, simply move on.
These are red flags in the talking stage. If you hate the dating world in 2023 and want to know how the hell you survive, then I don't know, clicking follow might just help you through that. Let's set the scene. You're talking to someone and they sound perfect. And then you get onto the topic of exes and they tell you that all of their exes were crazy. Horrible people, super controlling, red flag. Be very wary when somebody only ever has negative things to say about someone and doesn't ever address their role to play in it. Just remember, you are only hearing one side of the story. And this story just so happens to be coming from somebody who is trying to look their best self in front of you. If you do end up having the ex talk, ask them this question instead. What would you say you've learned from past relationships? If they struggle to give you an answer, especially one that's somewhat positive, run as fast as you can, because this person has some emotional maturing to do. Okay, second of all, if somebody tells you something along the lines of, oh, you're too good for me, you deserve better, you're so out of my league, baby, believe them. As much as it kind of sounds like one, this is not a compliment. They are insecure about themselves. That is them telling you from the beginning that they won't be able to give you what you need and deserve. Let's say for whatever reason this relationship does progress and they change their mind. These still are the people that are most likely to cheat. And with somebody that has lower standards or needs than you. Because as long as they're with you, they're always going to feel like they're not enough and that they can't provide the things that you need. Whereas with the person who has lower standards, they're going to feel more confident, they're going to feel more secure because they can meet that person's needs. So if somebody says any of these things, out the door, on to the next. And number three, if someone tells you that they're not looking for something serious, especially when this is a guy because they really just say it how it is, believe them and don't see it as a quest to try and change their mind or fix them. I'm not saying this happens all the time, but it is so rare for people who are not looking for anything serious to wind up in something serious. Even if you do, for whatever reason, convince them and they change their mind, your standards and expectations are always going to be higher because you knew what you wanted and they did not. So do yourself a favor and let them go.
Listen, I can't believe I have to say this. I'm even embarrassed to talk about this. If someone claims that they're interested in you and someone claims that they like you and they're doing the absolute bare minimum to show you they don't like you, and then they even tell you things like, oh, you're not my girlfriend, oh, you're not my boyfriend. What do you think they're getting to know each other stages for? To show me what a potential relationship with you would look like? What makes you think I even want to be your girlfriend and this is how you act? The thought of being your girlfriend makes me throw up. What makes you think I want to be here any second longer? I'm not saying that at the beginning you need to do the extremes of what a boyfriend would do or the extremes of what a girlfriend would do. But if you claim to be interested in someone and you're looking for a long-term relationship with them, you will show them a well enough side of you for them to even say, you know what, I choose you, I pick you, and vice versa.
So after spending the last 15 years of my life studying the science of romantic relationships, and after having helped thousands of clients repair their relationships and or find a healthy and secure relationship, I have identified 3 major red flags that I would absolutely run from, like run for the flippin' hills if I were on the dating market today. Here they are. Number 1, Inconsistent communication. This is the hallmark trait of someone with dismissive avoidant attachment. They are anxious in the relationship to themselves and avoidant towards others. So they do not think about you like you think about them. They think about you when it's convenient for them to think about you, when they have the capacity to think about you. And that is why they are unable to remain consistent in their communication with you in the dating phase of relationships. They might connect with you really well in other ways. However, the inconsistency will get majorly worse around the 4 to 6 month mark, usually. They will actually seem like they fall into the Grand Canyon and you'll be like, what in the heck happened? And that's a lot of heartbreak you want to avoid. Number 2, love bombing. I have thought a lot about why people don't recognize love bombing and why some people actually soak it up and just can't get enough of it, because it's a destructive and dysfunctional behavior that sets up the relationship for doom. There are 2 types of people that tend to engage in love bombing: the dismissive avoidant and the narcissist. The dismissive avoidant often will love bomb at first because their subconscious fears around intimacy are not yet there. You are still a low stakes partner in the beginning of the relationship. If it doesn't work out, oh well, right? And so the more the relationship grows closer, the stronger their fears around intimacy become, and the more they start to back away, which is the exact opposite of how they acted in the beginning.
So that's the video, guys. So I'm just here to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video. Okay, so the talking stage is like the foundation of a house. If it's shaky, the relationship won't stand for long. It's important to observe, to be observant, not judgmental, and to pay attention to behaviors or patterns that could signal potential issues down the road. Trust me, ignoring these signs now can lead to heartbreak later. One major red flag is inconsistency communication. If he's super engaged one day and then ghosts you for several days without explanation, that's something to take seriously. Consistency is the key in any relationship. If he's not consistently now during the stage where he should be putting his best foot forward, it's unlikely to improve later. So another thing is to watch for the vagueness or secrecy. If he avoids answering simple questions about his life, like where he works or what he's passionate about, it might indicate that he's hiding something. Transparency is essential for building trust. If he's already invasive, it's hard to build a solid connection. Let's talk about exes. If he constantly bring up his exes, whether it's to complain or to praise, it's a sign he might not be over her. On the flip side, if he avoids the topic entirely or gets defensive when you ask, that's another potential issue. How someone talks about their past relationship can give you an insight of their emotional vulnerability. Respect for boundaries is huge. If he pushes you to do things you are not comfortable with or disregard your preferences, take note. A man who respects you will listen and just make sure you feel comfortable. If he's already dismissing your boundaries, it's a gossip into how he might behave in a relationship. Love bombing is another red flag that's easy to miss because it feels flattening in the moment. If he's overwhelming you with attention, compliments, and declaration of love too soon, it might be a tactic to gain control. Real love takes time to develop. If it feels too good to be true, it probably is. Okay, so while it says wait forward shows interest in the future, if he's already planning your life together in the first week of talking, that's a little too much. It can be a sign of emotional manipulation or lack of genuine understanding of what takes to build a relationship. Take your time to evaluate whether his words matches actions. So if he dodges conversation about what you're looking for or where this is going, it's a sign he might not be on the same page. The talking stage is about understanding each other intentions. If you is beggar or avoid the topic altogether, he might not be looking for the same level of commitment. Pay attention to his overall outlook on life. If he consistently complains, blames others for his problems, or shows no ambition, it could indicate lack of accountability or drive. These traits can become draining over time. especially if you're someone who values growth and positivity. If he's pressuring you to move too quickly, whether emotionally or physically, that's a major red flag. A man who truly respects you will want to get to know you at peace that feels comfortable for both of you. Rushing intimacy can be a sign of ulterior motives rather than genuine. So if it's overly critical of you or dismissive of your thoughts and feelings, take that as a huge red flag. The talking stage should be about mutual respect and building each other. If he's already tearing you down, it's unlikely to get better time as it is, okay? And so the talking stage is your opportunity to gather information and decide if the person is worth your time and energy. If you notice any of these red flags, don't ignore them. Trust your intuitions. It's better to step back now than to invest in someone who doesn't align with your values. I hope this video gained some clarity on what to look out for during the talking stage. What are some red flags you encountered? Share your experience in the comment section, guys, because this thing has been happening. Okay, so if you're in if you have started talking to someone and they ghost you, okay, for me that's a huge red flag. Like, I want to talk to you. Why are you leaving in me on blue ticks? Okay, even if you're busy, but take your time to come back and listen to what I'm saying. Okay, yeah, that's the thing. So you have also to there a lot of red flags that you can think of, you guys. Okay, and some people, they don't know how to communicate. You call them, they just write you, I'm at work or whatsoever. Yeah, so yeah, that's a video for today. Kindly follow this channel, guys. Okay, so I'm on my way to 5,000 subscribers. Kindly follow if you haven't subscribed to this channel, because this channel is the best. So you guys, I just want to say thank you so much for taking care of me on this channel. Bye bye, take care.